Hello Leo, welcome to your reading for the last half of July, second half of July 2026. And as always, if something doesn't resonate, just leave it for the next person. And let's welcome in the archangels now, the ascended masters, light beings, star beings, our higher selves, any other spirit guides you may have, Leo, or any animal, ancestral or dragon guides that you feel resonant with. Wow, Knight of Wands, Four of Cups, Page of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. I think maybe recently, Leo, I think you've really picked yourself up from a disappointment or something that hasn't worked out for you as you would have preferred it to work out. And I feel like you've really either, I guess, pulled your socks up metaphorically or given yourself a bit of a boost or a good old kick. Metaphorically speaking, I'm saying, because you have the Knight of Wands here now. So, there's something that I think you've really lifted yourself out of. I think maybe you've shifted frequency recently or something like that. The other thing that, we'll see let's just have a look and see what energies we're going to pull out next here. I was going to say the other thing that could have happened is that maybe you've thrown yourself into something fairly rapidly and there's some aspect of it that hasn't worked out. Okay. Let's just have a look here. King of Cups. No, I think it's the reverse. I think you've really lifted yourself here, Leo. Underlying theme is new potential, new happiness coming in, okay? Ten of Cups, new level of happiness, higher frequency. This, the current energy you have here, I think is there's something about your past or historically or the way you've done things, traditions that you've maybe ascribed to, that you're really looking at now carefully and wondering whether or not these things, Hierophant, have been in alignment with your emotional well-being, and you're really looking at these traditions or these ways of doing things from a perspective of wanting to align with your emotional well-being and your inner compassion, your understanding. Yeah, and I mean, it could have happened this way that, maybe things didn't turn out how you wanted. And maybe there was something about a traditional value or a belief that you were holding on to that was not really serving you. And maybe you've kind of really just shifted frequency recently and you're kind of just lifted out of that. It's like you're in this energy of awareness and understanding of yourself, I think, at the moment. Yeah, that's what I've already said, the underlying theme, new potential that you're tapping into here. And, Four of Cups to the King of Cups to the Ten of Cups, okay? So moving forward with your emotional well-being, your happiness, your fulfillment here, Leo. And you have Page of Wands and Nine of Wands moving forward. So this fire element is going to continue this inspiration and passion. And it could be activating your, like an inner child energy as well for you. The Nine of Wands is here as well, but we might come back to that in a moment. Let's just have a look and see what your outcome or outcomes. Nine of Wands, King of Pentacles, King of Swords, and the Lovers. So there's something here, Leo. You are a fire sign as well. So there's something about the Nine of Wands here for you. It's come up in your outcome. I feel like you have become very good at doing something, and I think you're going to pursue it for a bit longer. And then, you know, because it's really taking you into this King of Pentacles energy, this abundance, and maybe you are in the process of laying a foundation. And it could also be that maybe this to do with the realm of emotions and creativity. Maybe there's something that you've really stepped into recently and maybe you're revisiting from the past, and you are kind of really activating in that, and maybe you've discovered that you're better at it than you realize, and that it's really kind of going to maybe it's going to help you to feel more abundant, or you know, as well as, or instead of, maybe it's going to increase your finances, possibly. And yeah, what you may not be aware of is that this thing is going to help you to come into a greater understanding, or a greater probably depth of connection with your higher self. You also have the Hierophant here. Okay, which is that we did say it was the energy of maybe some traditions that you've let go of, or that you're looking into. But equally in this reading, it can also be talking about this new spiritual way of being that you are moving into. The Hierophant card is, you know, very much a chameleon energy. It can kind of be both energies at the same time in a reading, because it can talk about things you're letting go of, but also moving into a new spiritual way of being. And this is, you know, what the Lovers is saying as well. And the King of Swords is that, you know, I guess the aligning with your personal truth. Okay. Aligning with your personal truth, getting some insights probably from your higher self, and that whatever this thing is doing, Nine of Wands, your expertise that you are gaining here, is beneficial for you. You know, for your higher self connection, and to helping you to align with your personal truth here. From the Dragon deck, we have the Hanged Dragon, Nine of Pentacles, and Justice alignment. Yeah. King of Swords, I think, is saying the similar thing here. It may not feel at the moment, maybe you're putting a lot of effort in, and it may not feel like it's going to assist you, but it's looking like it may assist you down the track to persevere. Justice alignment. Okay, Spirit's saying you are in alignment, or you're coming into alignment. Nine of Pentacles, this is a really nice energy of being able to sustain yourself in a balanced way, Leo. So looking at your personal life and your professional life, having things in balance and having a nice focus, being able to move forward into that level of abundance and comfort that you're looking for. The Hanged Man, this could be, you know, talking about this transition here. This is sort of surrendering into a new way of being, the Hanged Man. And I think you've gone from Four of Cups, sort of maybe low vibe disappointment, into this uplifting. There's a realization or something that's dropped in for you, I think, Leo, and you're really Knight of Wands, moving into that. And also activating your inner King of Cups, which is also a water energy. So, and Hangman is also water. So this is, you know, contemplating mind, body, spirit. Once again, a very spiritual card, along with your Hierophant and your Lover's energy here. Coming into, I guess, an acceptance and an acknowledgement of your mind, body, spirit connection. And doing what you need to do to, I guess, honour all those aspects of your being and bring it into a really nice balance. Your spirit guidance there is very clear and very positive, so it's looking good, like you're on the right track here. Six of Swords, yeah, moving into more peace, harmony and balance, definitely with regard to your thought processes, and yeah, with regard to your insights about yourself, and probably your communication skills as well. You could be really focusing in and fine-tuning that aspect of yourself as well. Knight of Wands again. Interesting thing is that this Knight of Wands has yellow, and there's a dragon here as well. So dragon guides, you know, you may feel quite resonant with dragon energy, but this is about, you know, being confident and inspired as well. And the Knight of Wands here is definitely looking to the future. So I think you're going to have an inspirational, positive outlook on your future here, Leo. And the King of Wands as well. So definitely holding space for your passions. This could be a supportive spirit guide, or it may be someone that you work with, or a family or friend that is supportive of you. Encouraging, but it could also be that you are activating this a lot of enthusiasm and wanting to sort of take charge of your own life, but being very much participating in it as well. So, and doing any delegating that you need to do, activating your creativity, Leo, is also a thing for you at this time. Three of Swords. So yeah, you could be healing, but I think it's definitely this sword and cup energy here, like, water and air symbolized in this as well, to do with the heart. So I think you are, coming into alignment with your heart and mind here. The King of your inner King of Cups, and you've got the King of Swords here. Okay, so this is like water and air. Emotions, like emotional feeling body, activating your compassion and love, but also like expanding into this unconditional love and feelings of oneness, but also activating your intuition, your intellect as well, and balancing those things out. Could be also what's happening for you, Leo. And I think a lot of us have experienced a bit of an upgrade in the last few weeks. Let's have a look at this Light Seers Tarot. Page of Cups, yeah. Activating your emotional aspect, tuning into your intuition. And I think this idea of you moving between frequencies and understanding what you need to do to shift frequentially, okay, is something that you are probably looking at the moment. You have the Nine of Wands with the Page of Wands, and you have the Nine of Wands with the King of Pentacles. So sometimes the Nine of Wands is like a bit of a fatigue energy, or feeling a little bit, battle weary. But I think you can see the positives that you are going to be gaining from that. And you could be just, shifting into an abundant mindset to help you to cope with that energy of, if you're feeling tired with things. And maybe you've actually clicked into a side hustle or something that's really inspiring you here, Leo, so it's sort of helping you to move through this Nine of Wands energy, and to work towards that achievement that you've been working hard on. Page of Cups. So yeah, self-love, self-care, honoring of your creativity, spirituality, your intuition as well. And wow, here we have on the bottom of the deck, to finish off, perfect, the High Priestess. Your inner wisdom, Leo, I think you are activating. This is also to do with higher consciousness, okay, as is can be the King of Swords, your own unique personal truth. You're tuning into the downloads from your higher self, from other spirit guides as well. And yeah, exercising patience. The King of Cups and the High Priestess, I kind of think would be, kind of good buddies, because it's like the King of Cups is very good at holding space, as you probably are, Leo, but understanding the emotional aspect of life, okay? And the High Priestess is, very watery, could potentially be almost a little bit less emotional, but using the intuition and the inner wisdom. And the King of Cups is very similar, okay? Using inner wisdom as well, understanding. High Priestess, very meditative, very spiritual, definitely emphasized by, as we've said, the Lovers here, the Hierophant, okay, and you have the Hanged Man as well. That's quite a spiritual energy, just really taking time out to contemplate your soul, your energy moving forward. But I think for you, mostly, Leo, it's about this, you're tuning into your ability to shift your frequency, I think, to elevate your frequency, and you're knowing what you need to do in order to create a higher frequency, but also perhaps to maintain it, okay? So you're doing fantastically at the moment by the look of this reading. Underlying theme, 10 of Cups and Ace of Pentacles. This is also about emotions and the body, the connection between the emotional body and the physical body. So maybe you're looking into that as well. Yeah, so I hope that's been helpful, Leo. I think we'll wrap it up there, and look forward to your next reading. In the meantime, have a great day, a fantastic week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.